Okay, so first things first, rules and boundaries, what you do inside the home, how you raise your dog. Now, no matter how much time you spend with me as a dog trainer or any other dog trainer, or no matter how much money you spend on things like dog training equipment, dog toys, dog treats, it's all going to go out of the window if you're not doing the right things at home. Whether you're seeking help with your reactive dog or your dog who just doesn't listen at home, or maybe you're seeking help because your dog's got separation anxiety, there are certain things that we can do in training sessions to help, but that can be completely tampered with if you're not implementing the correct strategy at home. So I'm going to give you 5 pieces of advice that I just want you to take note of. Now, the very first thing that I want you to get straight is the fact that everybody in the household needs to be on the same page and doing exactly the same thing with the dog. Whatever rules, whatever boundaries that you set for that dog, everybody needs to be following, okay? It's no good one person saying we're not going to feed the dog at the dinner table because we don't want the dog to bed, and then the other 3 people every now and then slyly giving the dog a piece of food. Whatever your rules, whatever your boundaries, whatever thing that you're going to implement at home, everybody needs to be on the same page. Now, the second piece of advice I want to give you is do not baby your dog. Don't over fuss your dog. Don't mollycoddle your dog. If your dog is getting fuss and getting love every time they come looking for it from you, or every time you come home through the door, you're going to create a dog that has behavioral issues, potentially. You might create a dog that's quite pushy with people, that doesn't mind pushing into other people's space because they're expecting fuss. You might create a dog who's got separation anxiety and struggles to be away from you. So a general piece of advice here, okay? If your dog comes to you looking for fuss, send them away. When the dog settles after you've sent them away, if you have the time and if you want to fuss them, now you can call them over and give them a bit of fuss, and then send them away again, okay? Don't over fuss your dog. Now, the next topic we're going to discuss is going to be the sofa, okay? Do I let my dog come on the sofa with me? And the answer is, it depends. Now, if you've got a dog who has serious behavioral issues, things like human aggression or resource guarding of space, I'm going to suggest that you do not let your dog on the sofa. But for the other 95% of dogs, I'm going to say it's going to come down to you as the owner. If you don't mind having your dog on the sofa, or you want your dog on the sofa, that's absolutely fine, so long as it is done on your terms. I would not be letting my dog jump on and off the sofa as and when they please. I would simply implement the rule of, I'm only going to allow you on the sofa when I say okay. Doing this is going to ensure that you've got the best chance of having a well-behaved dog when things like new people come over, or kids come over, or just things in your life change, or maybe you get a new sofa. So the fourth piece of advice I want to give you is don't use your formal recall at home, inside the home, and when you're calling your dogs in from outside. Now, using your formal recall, okay, whether it's a whistle or a word at home in itself is not a problem. But when you're using it and your dog has the opportunity to ignore it and you're still in the early phases of the training process, this is where the problem lies, okay? Because if your dog does ignore that, that's one failed rep. That's one time that your dog has failed on the recall. And when we're training recall, we do not set our dogs up to fail. So if you let your dog out for a wee and your dog is having the time of its life and it doesn't want to come in, no matter how many times you call its name, just go and get your dog. Don't go and get your whistle. Now, the fifth and final piece of advice I want to give you is, if you haven't already, crate train your dog. Now, in my opinion, crates are one of the most underrated tools in the dog training industry. Now, crates have multiple benefits, okay? They stop your dog from forming bad habits inside the home, such as chewing furniture, chewing cables, peeing and pooing inside the house, especially for puppies, okay? That is very valuable. But they also act as a safe place for your dog, okay? A place where your dog can go knowing that it is safe and it's not going to be bothered. Crates are also portable, which means you can take your crate wherever you're going with your dog. Which means that no matter where you go, you've always got somewhere to keep your dog where the dog feels safe, the dog can settle, and also it prevents the dog from doing anything you wouldn't want it to do. So no matter what your dog's breed is, or what your dog's age is, or how long you've had that dog, I always recommend, if you haven't already, crate train your dog.